No! I am so mad! Today is a disaster, giant disaster! No! This is the worst day of all days in the history of the universe! What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's useless, complete waste of time, waste of energy, waste of atoms. I'm so mad! Oh, let me explain. So, I'm setting up the new studio, getting all excited. I've got this 3-tiered rack system. Got it all laid out just perfect, and I started plugging it in. That's exciting. And then, the controller that I bought doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. So I thought, there's probably just something I need to do. Maybe get some software updates. I mean, it's been, I can't remember how long since I last plugged it in. I mean, that's kind of why I have everything out now, so I can use it all and not have to remember to plug it in every time I want to use it. It's all out, all going to be plugged in. I mean, there's many USB hub actions happening, and that's cool. But yeah, so I was going to this. Don't worry, this isn't just a rant video. There is actually an incredibly useful bit of warning here. But let me tell you the story to provide the context for the warning. So, the DJ controller, Native Instruments Tractor Control S4 Mark 1, very importantly Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1, it's in my opinion, it's the best DJ controller. Yes, it's a few years old, but it's not 10 years old, is it? It's only maybe 4 or 5 years old. So it's learned how to talk, or it's learning how to talk, but it's not really, because it's not a human, it's a DJ controller device. Anyway, so I went to plug it in and it wasn't recognized. So I thought, maybe it's one of the many USB hubs I was running, because I've got hubs into hubs, because Apple's stupid and doesn't put any ports in anything. But anyway, that's a whole rant for another day. So because I want to plug more than 1 or 2 things into my computer, I had to use USB hubs. So I thought, maybe it's one of the USB hubs that's not working. So I over to this side of the room, and I plug it directly into the computer, which you can just imagine it's that cable running over there. So, and then I thought, so that rules out any USB hub issues. And then, it's still not working. No! So I try another cable, and it's still not working. No! And so then I update all the software. I update Tractor, the DJ software it talks to, and it still doesn't work. And then I update the drivers, and it still doesn't work. And so I do some Googling, and it turns out that basically it can never work ever again. It's broken. It's completely broken. And that sounds like I'm joking or exaggerating, but that is actually fact. So let me sort of get the exposure right using the aperture, and then get the focus right. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. So something along the lines of, You suck. We no longer support you. So I basically updated Apple. So to make sure I could get the latest version of Ableton Live 10 on my computer, I had to update the OS from an older version to a newer version. Standard stuff, because you need to update the software every few years, right? That's just what you need to do to get the latest software, such as Ableton. However, if you do that, then this will never, ever work again, ever. Ever. It's completely broken. So look at this. Let's zoom in. Older hardware devices, such as this one, 4 years old-ish. I can't actually count the exact number. Could be 5 or 6. Anyway, not important. It's not that old. It's older hardware devices are not supported under macOS High Sierra. But don't worry. However, you can install the driver and use it at your own risk. Well, that doesn't work. I tried that. That's nonsense. It doesn't take you anywhere. And I even tried looking on the forums. So this is what you should also do, by the way. If something doesn't work, you type it on the internet, and some lovely people on the internet as well give you some other suggestions and stuff. So, I mean, there was this guy here, I won't read it all out now, who figured out you can maybe do it by installing the older version and then install the slightly newer driver and then plug it in and then tell the Mac it's okay. But that doesn't work either. I mean, yes, it apparently worked for him and a few other people, but it didn't work for me and other people. Not to mention that's not even supported. But here's the kicker. So there's actually no reason why this should be the case. I mean, why? Yes, there's some nonsense about class compatibility and stuff, but I mean, just a bunch of buttons. Why can't the buttons work with the computer? The computer sees it. It just needs the drivers to be updated. But now it doesn't. Oh. Now I literally can't use this now. It's complete. It's nonsense. Now it's 100% just a memory. It's just a memory now. I can no longer use you. Because again, also, this is again Apple's fault. You can't even just go back in time. It's not like you can press the button to go back to an older version of the OS, or even very easily run two OSs. I mean, so you can kind of do it with partitions, with a bunch of partitions and nonsense. But really, this is so stupid. I mean, what sort of world are we living in? This is now doesn't work. You can't ever use it. It's just a bunch of buttons. Why can't? I don't understand. I don't understand why that's so difficult. I mean, this sends a little message, right? Well, this one would be a CC message. So this sends a little message to the computer, and the computer goes, That's a nice little message. I'm going to do something because of that message. So, like in the case of the computer keyboard. So, if we look at a computer keyboard, you can see that there are letters on it, and then if you type in Y for the letter Y, it turns it into ASCII or whatever. But anyway, it sends a message to the computer, and then the letter Y appears on the computer monitor. That's basically all this is doing. Why is that complicated? I don't understand. I'm so mad. It's all very frustrating. And I should probably say I am, generally speaking, a big fan of Native Instruments. I mean, they sent me that to review over there. Let me get I think it's even in focus. Look at that. Maybe I can do a zoom. And then here's the Kontrol S Series Mark II keyboard, which I'm a huge fan of. So I do generally like the Native Instruments products. And if you watch many of my videos, you will know that I give them great reviews. I basically tell everyone to go out and buy them all the time because they're the best. But I mean, what? I'm so confused. What? I mean, this is literally just it's just a bunch of, it doesn't do anything now. It's completely useless. Unless I buy another computer, it's completely useless. And then, but if I buy it, so here's the ridiculous world we live in, right? I can't even buy a computer for this to work with. Unless I buy Windows, maybe. I don't know, I haven't looked into it, but that's not any broken time for that. I cannot buy an Apple computer right now for this to work with. So it's not even just a case of it. I mean, what? Because all the new computers come with the latest software, obviously. So I'd have to somehow find an old computer that someone didn't want, but also didn't update, even though Apple tells you to update every 5 minutes, pretty much, if you don't update. And this is a disaster. So all this story time is basically to warn everyone, as I always warn everyone, but this is just more proof. Be very careful when you update your software or hardware because everything breaks and nothing ever works. And I hate computers. No. Remember when I updated? I did a video saying, do not update your computer. And I listed lots of reasons why everything broke when I did. And it took me days to figure out or to kind of fix them. There's another reason. And okay, I'm going to give you another reason just because, well, I'm setting up the new place and it's just problem after problem. So it's totally an unrelated issue, this, but since we're here, let's just get the focus right. Oof, there you go. One of my favorite things in the entire, I mean, I don't want it to sound sarcastic because this is a serious statement. One of my favorite controllers ever, the DJ Tech Tools MIDI Fighter 3D. It's basically a bunch of arcade buttons, super playable, just like on the arcades, with your fingers and stuff. That's what she said. And then, but it's got 3D sensors in. I did a video called Dubstep MIDI Fighter 3D or something. That's not the actual title, but if you type in dubstep or just multiply MIDI Fighter 3D, you'll see it. I did a video showing how you can do sound design with the 3D sensors. It's really cool. But anyway, super cool. But so I plugged it in the first time, and then it appeared to be working fine. And then I plugged it into USB hub, and now it doesn't work properly. It should go and the lights flash. lights. Okay, you see what's happening? It's like the lights are sort of going outwards, kind of. It should go bzzz, really fast. Bzzz, like that quickly, not really slow. And you see that time, the lights did actually move, but again, far too slowly. It's just got a mind of its own now. It kind of works, but it doesn't. And I'm so confused. I hate computers and technology. I mean, I haven't actually even got around to trying to troubleshoot this, but this is my whole point. I hate technology and computers. So this was, about 2 hours ago when I started plugging everything in, it was fine. I just pressed the button and it went blah, and it was really cool. I mean, obviously you can program it to do things, but you still want the visual feedback. So it's clearly just not working properly, and I don't know why. And it's something to do with USB hubs, because I started plugging hubs into hubs because that's the only option. So I basically have, let's continue this video because YOLO, and well, I'm so mad that I want to tell the world. So this is a computer. It's not even the latest one with even less ports, but this computer has some ports on it. So 2 USB ports, which is nowhere near enough. One of the USB, this is a focus. One of the USB ports, okay, that's actually plugged into the tractor at the moment. That's the timer. That means nothing. So that's a mystery for the internet. So yeah, that's plugged in. But normally I have to plug that into my sound card. Where's it gone? Over there. Zoom, already zoomed. There you go. Normally plugged into the sound card, because you can't use a sound card. You can't use a sound card unless you plug it directly into the computer, not via a hub. If you use a sound card through a hub, it's a recipe for disaster. Things just stop working, and you can't have your sound card stop working. So that's basically pushed me down to 1 USB port usable. Okay, so now I've got 1 USB port, and I can't even count how many devices. Oh, let's do some counting. So counting time. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, and then I've actually got 1 unplugged, so that's 2. Should be 2 coming out of there. That's 11. Yeah, because I was just unplugging, testing cables. You can see. But anyway, yes, that should be 11. And then this here, 11, 12, 13, 14. Lost count. 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20. Wait, something like that. Approximately 20 devices. And I've got, is that everything plugged in? Fair for the most part. But ballpark, 20 things, which I know is quite a lot, but it's still not impossible, right? I mean, I can't be the only person who likes to plug things in. I mean, that's the whole point. Also, USB should be able to handle this sort of stuff. So USB should be able to handle 127 devices, strictly speaking, and even up to 5 tiers. So you can have hubs into hubs into hubs into hubs and so on. 5 tiers deep, theoretically. And that's how I'm sure Apple think when they take all the ports out of everything. They go, we'll just use a USB hub. If you want to plug a USB hub into things, or plug lots of USBs in, can't you just use a hub? No, because they don't work. Stuff goes wrong. So I've had to do a hub into and then other hubs, and it's chaos. It's pure chaos, and stuff just doesn't work, and I hate it. And it's all a giant disaster, and the world exploded with chaos and disasterness because I'm just really mad. I'm so mad, and I'll never get to drop that bass ever again with him. Or her, I don't know. Is it male or female? I have no idea. It's like pressing the buttons, but I can't do that anymore. It's very frustrating. And I didn't even get to say one last goodbye or do a spin, rewind, spin back, do a classic 90s rewind. Never got to do that for the final time. It's just dead. It's dead. Dead device. Bad. Stupid. I'm so mad. Never update your software, people. Except we have to, obviously, to get the latest software. And I fully understand they don't have to keep it all up to date, and it'd be an impossible task potentially to keep everything working perfectly with everything. And I understand that, but it's still, I just don't understand how it's difficult to keep supporting it. I don't understand. It can't be difficult, right? I mean, I'm not a software engineer, and I should really learn more about it before I go around saying it's easy. But we're on the internet. You don't have to necessarily be informed before we say things. Lol. Okay, so do send me an email, Native Instruments, if you know how to work around this or want to correct me. That's fine as well. I don't understand how that is a difficult thing to tell the computer. I don't understand it. It's right. It sends simple like CC messages or on-off messages or whatever. It's not that. I just don't understand how that can be complicated, and I don't understand how this is more difficult. I mean, there's more buttons than a normal keyboard, but I mean, it's the same kind of stuff, right? And other controllers work for the most part. So I don't understand. I'm out of my sphere of understanding. Now I'm just sad because my controller doesn't work anymore. Oh. Now it's just going to stay in the studio as a memory. And I'll never be able to drop that bass. Ever again. Oh. I am so mad. I like my new stand though. This is good. The 3-tiered system. I'll do a more in-depth review and stuff about how I made it at some stage. Hopefully before it all collapses. For reasons I'll explain in that video. Catch you guys on the flippity flip. This video is sponsored by me, my website. As you can see here, I have a whole range of things available, from Serum presets through to Serum tools, samples, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Do check it out, link below, multiplier.music.com, and/or subscribe. Thanks for watching.